And bam, you can see right there. Pass lead it to the outside, and we beat cover 3 over top. What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over a cover 3 bomb. Now, of course, for your guys' favorite playbooks, I know it, Oakland Raiders offense. I just can't seem to get away from this playbook. So, anyways, we're going to be using the Oakland Raiders with Tom Brady with Hot Route Master. Hot Route Master is going to be really effective in gun-tight slots with HB weak, especially when you get into different hot route combinations you can have. A good replacement for this would be, I want to say it's wide receiver apprentice or something like that. Or slot apprentice, I believe, works as well. Wide receiver apprentice just gets you 4 hot routes wherever you place your wide receiver on the field. There's probably a different name for it. But then slot apprentice gets you 4 additional hot routes if you're in the slot position, which I believe this should work. So with those 2 things in mind, you can kind of work with this with either the hot route master, wide receiver apprentice, or slot apprentice. All 3 of those should work. Now, one question I want to ask you guys before we get into this video is, would you guys want me to do some MLB 20 gameplay or whatever? Let me know in the comment section if you guys would be up to do like 1 MLB video a week, as MLB is about to release here soon. So let me know in the comment section. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get into a simple cover 3 sky. This is going to work against cover 3 match, cover 3 sky, cover 3 cloud. We're going to go ahead and get into this gun-tight slots HB week. There are a few things we need to mention before we go into the exact play. The first thing is having strong slots. It's not, I don't want to say it's super important that you have this. It just allows it to where you have 4 wide receivers out on the field. Important thing to note, your number 2 wide receiver is going to be put in at the tight end position. On top of that, and I've already made this adjustment, where number 10 is going to be a tight end. Really easy workaround with that is you're going to go over here and you're just going to go ahead and sub him in Josh Gordon. Leave Demaryius Thomas, leave your number 2 wide receiver, don't touch him, otherwise it's going to mess up the whole thing. And then you're going to see when you get into the field, it's going to go ahead and show it as whatever wide receiver you subbed in. Again, make sure that your number 2 wide receiver stays there, so it just sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes it just tends to mess the game up, so leave him alone. As far as the other receivers go, this person right here needs to be your fastest wide receiver. I had somebody saying, well, everybody just uses the Chiefs. We're using the Patriots today. Philip Dorsett, 95 speed. The reason that you need speed, especially this year, is just for the reason that thirds work, just how the inside third works. They seem to be able to play these beaters pretty darn well, so you want speed to be able to get some good separation. Now, I'm going to try and explain it with instant replay and show you guys exactly what's going on. But the play you're going to be utilizing is flood. I want to say where is it? There should be one other. Maybe I'm just going crazy right now. It looks like I'm just going crazy, but we're going to be utilizing flood in today's video. So we're going to go ahead and hit the A button, going against the cover 3 sky to start out with. Now, one final thing to mention. The deep post route needs to be on the wide side of the field. This is best ran on a hash. You can run this with the ball in the middle of the field. It's just far more effective when you have the ball on a hash mark. So make sure that this deep post ran by Philip Dorsett is on the wide side of the field. Julian Edelman, we're going to be getting rid of his route here soon. And then Gordon's going to be running a corner route. So first off, what we're going to do is I'm going to block my running back because I'm very rarely going to be looking for that table route, just because of how flats play this year. And then we're going to go ahead with Hot Route Master, put Melvin Gordon, whoever that guy is, on a corner route. And then we're going to go ahead and streak Edelman. If you can have somebody that's faster than Edelman, I think he's like high 80 speed. If you can have somebody 90 speed or faster, it's going to be great. This is kind of where the Chiefs, I think, are going to be a lot better. It's not super important, but will help with beating this middle third over the top. So go ahead, put Y on the streak, and then delay fade. This delay fade is going to be really nasty if they are using one of these middle linebackers in a hook curl. So then you can utilize that to be able to expose their user as well. Now, of course, I can't use 2 teams at once. I've got 2 controllers, and I've got them already, but it's pretty much impossible to do. But we're going to be looking for Philip Dorsett with a passing to the right or towards the sidelines for a 1-play touchdown over the top against cover 3. Now, Tom Brady doesn't have the best throw power, and so he may or may not be able to make this, kind of where you're going to see his struggle, his age really start to show. Sorry, Patriots fans, but Tom Brady is old. But right there, bombs away. You can see if we can get a little bit better separation, we're going to have the cover 3 beater over the top. Again, Tom Brady's arm isn't the greatest, and that's kind of the reason why I don't like using the Patriots. If I had somebody like Michael Thomas with Drew Brees, I think Drew Brees has a lot more throw power than Brady does. You're going to find that's going to be a lot easier to beat this over the top. Again, slot apprentice is another option if you don't have hot route master. So let's go ahead and streak Y. This is really important. This streak is simply because it pulls the inside third a little bit more, and it allows Philip Dorsett to get more separation between the inside third and over the top of the outside third. This corner out, we'll get into instant replay, is just pulling that outside third down. The delay fade, again, just utilizing that to attack a user. There are a couple different things we can use to be able to beat essentially any coverage out of this, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on into this video. But this is the basic cover 3 beater. Really, really simple. Just make sure you have somebody faster than Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman isn't fast enough for his deep post. He's too slow. So essentially, he's a whoops, don't motion that go over. Essentially, he's just going to be pulling that third in to allow us to beat him over top a little bit more easily. So again, we'll try this one more time. I'm going to see if Tom Brady can make this throw. I think he has like low 90s or maybe high 80s even throw power. But we'll snap this ball. And bam, you can see right there. Pass lead it to the outside, and we beat cover 3 over top. Now, I have no idea what just happened right there. The cover 3... the cover 3 glitched. It glitched. So let's go into instant replay. Ignore that glitch. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Maybe that I think I just discovered another glitch in the game. So ignore that. But what's going to happen is with this corner out, as we zoom past him, it looks like Stephon Gilmore for some stupid reason switched, and EA Sports, it's in the game. We're going to ignore that anomaly. And what's going to happen is with what should be this defender right here playing the inside third, let's just imagine he stays and doesn't dumb out like that. He's going to play this streak ran by Julian Edelman to the inside. And if Stephon Gilmore actually held down in his own zone, this deep post is going to get over the top. Reason for this outside third being non-existent is because this corner out pulls this outside third down and allows us to get a pass lead open. You can see all this wide open field right there for an easy dot. Now, if it's a zoned out player, zoned out's going to be a lot more difficult to beat. Zoned out, I would never want to try this against a zoned out player. It's crazy. Don't try it, because you're going to find that it's going to get picked off a lot more often. So if they don't have a zoned out in that middle third, then you're free to go ahead and launch this down the field. If they have a zoned out player in the middle third, do not attempt this. This carries over to regs, CFM, MUT, salary cap. You're going to find you're going to get picked off a lot more frequently just because of how more effective they can play the middle deep part of the field, and for some reason recognizing cover 3 beaters a lot better. So now let's go ahead and get into the rest of this and show you guys a couple different, one other setup that you can use to be able to beat any other kind of coverage. So again, we're going to be utilizing the same exact play, going back into this tight slots HB weak, and we're going to be going back into this, where did it go? Flood. You can also utilize mesh spot. We're going to be talking about that in a separate video, but we're going to utilize this flood, and we're going to go against a basic cover 2, Tampa 2. Everybody knows how this Tampa 2 runs. This is where Hot Route Master is going to shine, or Slot Apprentice. Thing that kind of sucks with Tom Brady is you can't run with him. You can't. 67 speed is not getting you anywhere. But in order to beat this, I would recommend having an escape artist, dashing deadeye, and a slot apprentice to run it like this. In order to beat cover 2, you need dashing deadeye or escape artist at the bare minimum. Escape artist and dashing deadeye, roaming deadeye apparently has been patched. But you're going to need escape artist at least to be able to get the cloud flat to come down and get this corner out over the top. The last part is, like everything else, Philip Dorsett, he's not going to beat this deep half over the top, but it's a good way to split the safeties depending on how well that mid-read plays it. Julian Edelman can beat this cloud flat depending on the time that you have. This is going to be one of the more difficult ones to be able to beat over top, but Julian Edelman can get the job done if you have the time. The last part is putting Thomas, whatever his first name is, on a delay fade. Again, this is just holding the user there. Often people like to use this guy or this guy, and sometimes the safeties. It's not too often you'll run into a good player that's using a safety in a deep zone. But we're going to go ahead and look for Julian Edelman or Gordon or I don't know, Michael, whatever his name is, out of the backfield, or look for whatever's going to get open in this case. In this case, I'm kind of expecting, the cloud flat to drop off. That was really bad. Click on user. But the cloud flat drops off. We get Julian Edelman over the top for an easy, pretty much one-play touchdown, if I'm being completely honest, against cover 2. There's one other adjustment you can do with this and have essentially a bench concept on both sides of the field, corner out on both sides. Julian Edelman obviously is going to be complete money this table route depending on how the cloud flat plays it. If he plays it not so well, then you're going to be able to hit him. Otherwise, look for Julian Edelman over the top for this easy cover 2 beater. We're going to step up, and you can see right there, pass it to the outside. And with zoned out, it's going to be a lot more difficult to beat that. So be careful about zoned out players. Just pass away from a zoned out. Otherwise, you're going to have an easy time to be able to hit that on the sideline, as long as you can get the pass lead correctly. Again, my personal recommendation will be somebody like Patrick Mahomes, No Look Deadeye, Dashing Deadeye, and Escape Artist, with somebody like Michael Thomas, he has wide receiver apprentice. So no matter where you have him on the field, you get those 4 additional hot routes. Really, really nice addition to have on the field, with the potential of being able to scramble as well. So a little bit different. Some things you need to consider if you're going to be running this offense. You cannot run this without any kind of additional hot route tree or hot route chemistry or ability, whatever you call it, on your team. Otherwise, you're going to find that this is not going to be effective at all. So let's go ahead and snap this ball. We'll look for this deep post. As long as we can get a little bit of speed separation, I'm not really anticipating on that working every single time. But because it's a middle linebacker, Philip Dorsett, that's a mismatch. You're going to take advantage of it and get a one-play touchdown as well. Now, if they have a middle third, it's not going to work. You're going to find that Philip Dorsett is going to get bagged, especially if they middle third and shade over the top. Just with how this game works, shade over top magically makes 82 speed linebackers keep up with 99 speed freaking wide receivers. It's insane. But again, we'll do this one more time. We'll look for Julian Edelman. I don't think Gordon's going to be able to get over the top of cloud flat because we don't have escape. Now is the worst pass lead I've ever seen. Because we don't have escape artist, that cloud flat's going to play it pretty well. If we have escape artist, we're going to be able to get to the outside. Otherwise, you can see again this corner out, money. Really, really simple. This is also pretty darn good against cover 3. Again, the corner out on the opposite side of where the 2 wide receiver set is going to be a little bit different, just because escape artist makes the zones react so terribly, so awfully. But you may find that you'll be able to hit this corner out as well. Again, cover 3 sky and cover 4 drop show 2, they're going to essentially work the same exact way as far as zones are concerned. So that's why I'm not really showing cover 4 drop show 2, because you pretty much have the same zones. I mean, outside quarter is going to play corner routes just as well as the outside third does. Curl flats are going to play the exact same way in both of those zones. There's really no difference to it whatsoever. So right here in this cover 3, we'll be able to hit Edelman or Gordon, depending on how the outside third and that curl flat plays. A added bonus, I'd like to say, is having post flag elite. If you guys aren't using post flag elite for any kind of compressed set, where it be tight offset, tight end, for example, gun tight slots, HB weak, or even gun bunch, you're really going to be holding yourself back. Regs, you can't have it all. You can't get it all. This ain't Pokemon. You can't catch them all on regs. But post flag elite is going to be very helpful, especially with the route ran by Gordon. You're going to be able to find yourself agging a lot of people, either possession catch, rat catch, ag catch, whether it be A, X, or Y. You're going to find yourself getting a lot better catching animations if you have post flag elite on Gordon, whoever you may have at that wide receiver position. Examples are Julio Jones and DeAndre Hopkins for regs. So we're going to look for Edelman right here with pass lead to the outside. Again, as always, pass lead it down to the outside, possession catch, and get the invincible can't touch me possession dot. So one final thing with cover 3 is, if you notice that they are playing it pretty well, you can motion this guy out and streak him. I'm going to go ahead and put my tight end on a flat route because that tends to help pull curl flats down. Again, results may vary, but be sure if you are going to go ahead and streak X, he has to be faster than Y. There's no question about that. If Y is faster, then the outside third is just going to play a lot better. So be sure that you have your fastest wide receiver playing this clear out route. So let's go ahead and snap this ball one more time. Look for Julian Edelman, pass it down to the outside. Invincible possession catch, doesn't animate whatsoever, gets the worst animation possible. But you'll find the further you throw it, the more invincible catches you're going to get. Lastly, let's go ahead and check out this B on the left side. We already know that this Edelman route is going to get open and gets cover 3 every single time. Cloud flats included. But let's go ahead and look for Gordon. I don't anticipate Gordon getting open, especially since we don't have post flag elite. You can see right there, we're getting absolutely smothered. But if they do start playing a hard flat, you're going to be able to easily hit that corner out underneath the outside third as long as they don't have zoned out. Again, I've said this before. Be careful about throwing to zoned out players because they react to the ball much better than any other defender in the game. So for the most part, in this play, we're looking for Julian Edelman on this corner out. If the outside third is playing it pretty well, then you might want to start considering motioning this guy out and putting him on a streak. For the most part, since he's running such a deep post, you'll find that the outside third oftentimes isn't going to react to it as well. There will be those occasions, though, where he does. So just be careful in game. See how the defenders are reacting. If they're reacting pretty good, then you might need to start motioning out Dorsett and just using him to clear out that deep zone to hit Julian Edelman. Other than that, it's a really, really simple play. It's an easy cover 3 beater as well, as long as you're on a hash mark. If you're in the middle of the hashes, it's not going to work because just how the inside thirds react to cover 3 beaters at this point in the year. It's very, very difficult to get cover 3 beaters or any kind of coverage beaters to work just because of speed, zoned out, and all these different abilities as well. So that's going to take care of this video. Give you guys a cover 3 beater. The same principle with any kind of cover 4. You want to motion out Philip Dorsett and streak him to clear out that deep zone. Quarters and palms are going to play a little bit differently. You're going to want to have route technician and post flag elite, again, because those are going to switch into man coverage, just so you can beat the man coverage a little bit better. So top things to take away. First off, if you don't have hot route master and you're going to try using this, you need slot apprentice or wide receiver apprentice. The second thing is having post flag elite. That's going to be really helpful in getting those ad catches, so you can essentially throw it right at a defender and ad catch it practically every single time. Every single time. Other than that, dashing deadeye, escape artist, that's going to be really helpful if you have a slot apprentice, wide receiver apprentice, and you don't have hot route master. But aside from that, there's just a couple different combinations you guys need to keep in mind. Hot route master, have I think it's called protected or something like that all day. I don't remember what the stupid ability is called, but most hot route masters come with that anyways, especially in regs. Tom Brady already has that. But anyways, that's gonna take care of this video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out the merch down below in the description for a shirt just like this. And